All right, we are good to go. Beautiful people, welcome in. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of them together. Of course, I am your tour guide of freedom, Braden. This is going to be one that's probably going to make you want to slap somebody. Because it turns out that they've just dropped all pretenses. The gun controllers, the statists, the deep state, basically the establishment in Washington, have just come out and say it. F you and F everything about you. They're going to pull out all the stops, and they say it, what I'm about to show you, in black and white. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Guys, we fought like hell when we were fighting against Chipman and the ATF director. We fought like hell when, what's-his-face, Merrick Garland was becoming the DOJ Attorney General. We have to fight like hell on this end, too, because they are coming and rising against us. Let me show you all this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell if you're just now getting in here, and of course, don't miss your opportunity, guys, while you're all filtering in here to get the 10% discount on all of our limited time designs for the second press. This is all the shirts that I designed. We broke them out of jail because you only get them usually for a week per year. Now you can get them through the end of November at 10% off using the code 45-47. And of course, that includes Freedom Only Lasts If You Can Defend It, the Kamikaze Kamala, which is a bit fortune-telly. Nobody Likes a Glock Block, Restraining the Rights of the Legal, Enhance the Power of the Criminal, and one of our best-selling shirts, The Tree of Liberty versus the Tree of Tyranny. This is something that I want to do for you guys going into the holiday season. You get free shipping on any order over $50. There's a link in the description, and thank you to all of you who are supporting the channel and our work, because this is a special report that we just put out, so thank you guys. All right. As you guys are getting in here, let me know. We got 5x5. Okay, good. We got some 5x5s. Audio, video is excellent. Now let's pop in. I'm not even gonna bury the lead, guys. I'm gonna show you them saying it out loud. Because what I told you last week, and this is one of the things that's so crucial about what we do together, you have to look at the gun world, you have to look at our rights, you have to look at politics general, and look at the establishment, and look where they're gonna conflict and cross. Okay? It's like a Venn diagram of shenanigans. This right here is exactly what I was talking about. This is where the battle is gonna be. Bill Kristol, this guy's a never Trumper, and I'm leading with the main point, and then I've got supplementary pieces of evidence as well here. Quote, "The ultimate problem isn't Gabbard or Kennedy or Gaetz or Hegseth. That's all the Trump nominees. The problem is Trump. Weakening Trump politically at the beginning of his term is important. The place to start is by doing everything possible to defeat a bunch of his nominees." You know, I can't help but notice that Trump just won the popular vote and the Electoral College. So it's kind of like the nation was like, let's maybe do this. So that's what you call a mandate. And here you go, Bill Kristol saying, yeah, we got our butts kicked after fighting and all the BS and manipulation for 4 years against Trump. But eventually when he won, now the ultimate problem isn't any of the people that he's announcing and he's nominating. No. It's Trump. So we got to weaken him now. Guys, they're saying it out freaking loud. All right, now let me show you while we're going through this, and I'll jump into the chats here in 1 second. And guys, please send this stuff out because this is cutting edge stuff, right? This is a special report from the weekend. So here's what's going on in the House. You guys know this guy, Speaker Johnson. He says he's going to request the Ethics Committee not release the Gaetz report. Remember how I told you guys that Matt Gaetz was going to be the battle point? That was going to be the inflection point. They're all going to go after him because he's the weakest and the one they want to destroy the most, at least in their perception. There you go. Now they're putting pressure on the Republicans in the House. The House leader, Johnson, said he's not going to release the Gaetz report. Now, of course, that's going to set off a bunch of things. Let's get into it really quickly. I don't believe there was anything in this article I wanted to show you guys. No, there wasn't. Okay, so now, let's go to the next one from AP. Look, guys, you're seeing it in real time. Speaker Johnson says Gaetz' ethics report should not be released, rebuffing senators. Senators, because Republicans are doing it. And again, I'm going to show you who in a second. So when we get into these actual articles, like from the Washington Post, is Mike Johnson following or flouting protocol in the Gaetz ethics report? You seeing where this is going? Let me check this out. This is from Eric Dowdry. Just in, over half of Senate Republicans privately say Matt Gaetz has no path to be confirmed as Attorney General from NBC. Hold on, let's go over to Bill Kristol again. The ultimate problem isn't the appointees. The problem's Trump, weakening Trump politically. Then we go back to this. Half Senate Republicans privately say Matt Gaetz has no path to be confirmed as the Attorney General. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I thought it was weird. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sure it's completely unrelated. As we go into another CNN article, this one I've got some points I really want to show you because I've like I said, this took a minute for me to put it all together, but I think it's important to address it this weekend so we get in front of this, because you're going to hear this is going to be the fight. I'm telling you, this is going to be the fight. Trump's insistence for the controversial pick has drawn warnings from allies and lawmakers who caution that Gaetz faces an uphill climb to secure the 51 votes needed for Senate confirmation. There is growing concern, too, that the spectacle of a Gaetz confirmation hearing might overshadow the priorities on which Trump has spent the last 2 years campaigning and for which he received a mandate to push through with his victory this month. The spectacle. Guys, do you remember this when we went through this 4 years ago when Biden was first inaugurated? When we had to go through the David Chipman for ATF director. We actually knocked him to the wall. He was out. We defeated him. And then we had to deal with Steve Dettelbach, and we've had to do it for the last 4 years. Same thing, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. Guys, it's time to push. Offense is here. But let's continue. I got a few more things I want to show you. Trump wants Gaetz confirmed 100%, a source told CNN. He is not going to back off. He's all in, which is setting up the battle that I'm telling you is coming. It's going to be between Trump and the Republicans. The Democrats are just going to be there to make noise. It's going to be the Trump and the Republicans. That's why John Thune, being the Senate Majority Leader now, he's going to have a bit of an issue because Trump wants what he wants. Senate Republicans might balk. We're going to get to the Gaetz, we're going to get to the Collins and the Murkowski, the Rhinos, but hold on, they're coming. Let me keep on going. But Gaetz' selection was almost immediately complicated by an existing House Ethics Committee probe into allegations of misconduct, including sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. Of course, he said he didn't do it, and he denied it, and also the FBI and the DOJ said, no, there's no charges. But anyway, let's keep bringing it up. An attorney who represents two of the women who were witnesses in the investigation into Gaetz said on Friday that one of his clients saw the congressman having sex with a minor. Well, that's a situation. I'm going to leave that there because I'm on YouTube, but that really kind of sets up a scenario right there for that to be actually happening. Anyway, let's get back to the main point here. Gaetz is not the only cabinet pick that has generated concerns. Several members of Trump's transition team were stunned to learn that his choice for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was investigated after an alleged sexual assault in 2017. Again, but no charges. You guys picking this up? This is going to be a lot of dog and pony circuses, dog and pony show at a bread and circuses for the Democrats, and the Republicans are going to figure out who can and can't do it, and they're going to decide what Trump gets. This is going to be a battle between the establishment Republicans and Trump. That's what's about to happen. That's what's lining up with Gaetz and Hegseth and all his nominees right there. And the reason why is because right here, again, Bill Kristol, the problem isn't the nominees, the problem's Trump, so we got to defeat him early. Guys, you are witnessing the monster face off right now. They are organizing. That's what's going to happen right here. And that's why we're going to push it so hard on this channel, because the ATF is on the chopping block. The DOJ is on the chopping block. The Attorney General position is out there available. This is the moment you push, because the monster does not like where the monster is getting sent into, the corner or the closet or just, shown the door. Let me jump into the comments really quickly. I want to make sure we get this. We just went through 4 years of Braden appointing people into active director roles. I think he meant Biden. Trump can quite literally do the same, and they can't do S about it. Okay, so now this is an interesting point that XX just brought up. He's talking about the recess appointments and the temporary directorships. So that's true. That can happen. But this is bigger than that. Understand, this is about what happens with the ATF and their overbearing overreach of the gun owners in the Second Amendment in this country. This is about the First Amendment infringements by the DOJ. All of these things are all playing into this. This is about MAGA versus establishment. This is not just about the confirmations. That's why Bill Kristol on the screen right there is saying exactly that. It's something bigger. It's not the nominees. It's we've got to defeat Trump. This is going to be a battle royale in the first part of the term, and we're going to cover every second of it, so make sure you guys are paying attention, because our gun rights, our freedom of speech, all the Bill of Rights are tied directly together, because red flag laws could also be destroyed in this. This could be a good time. But there's one more thing. Let me find it really quickly. I'm going to go big so I can get this and actually pull it up, so I don't make you guys sick, because there's some other stuff I want to scroll through, because there's some highlighted points that I really feel like I just missed. There we go, found them. Here we go. This is back in the AP article. So as we go into this, guys, and thank you so much for the love and the comments. I'm seeing the emojis come through and the hearts and everything. Make sure you send this out and you line up for the fight, because this is the time, guys. We fought for 4 years with our backs against the wall. We held the line, and it is time to freaking push. Let's go. All right. So this is from that same article. It's all linked. I always bring receipts. This is from the AP. I want to show you something about Mike Johnson and what they're doing with the Ethics Committee, because this is going to be the linchpin of the whole fight. It is standard practice for the Ethics Committee to end investigations when members of Congress depart on the grounds that they lack jurisdiction to continue. But the circumstances with Gaetz are hardly standard, given his potential role in Trump's cabinet. This is Dick Durbin, the Democrat, right here. This is the payoff. Quote, the sequence and timing of Mr. Gaetz' resignation from the House raises serious questions about the contents of the House Ethics Committee report, Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat, Illinois, chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, said Thursday. Quote, we cannot allow this valuable information from a bipartisan investigation to be hidden from the American people. This right here, guys, this part right here, that is what they're going to make the entire attack about. Well, it sure is coincidental that you retired 2 days before the ethics report came out, right after Trump gave you the nod for the AG. Why would you do that? Instill questioning in the entire system. And since we have that question now that we invented it, we're going to go ahead and request that we get the Ethics Committee investigation, even though no charges were filed. But if you don't give it to us, well, now what are you hiding? This is the game. You can mark it down. It is 8:35 on November 16th. On Saturday, in the evening, in the Central Time. You can mark it. That's what they're going to do, all right? Now, this is the part that, this is where it gets really frustrating. Remember that whole thing I showed you right here, Bill Kristol? The whole establishment, Rhino, underclass, all that crap? Yeah. Listen to this from our favorite Republicans. You guys might remember this guy. Quote, I think it's going to be material in the proceedings, said Senator Tom Tillis, a North Carolina Republican. That's weird. Hold on. He might strike you as familiar. Oh, look, another one. Senator John Cornyn, a Texas Republican, said that I think there should not be any limitation on the Senate Judiciary Committee's investigation, including whatever the House Ethics Committee has generated. Okay, well, Tom Tillis and John Cornyn were responsible for bringing us the Senate Bipartisan Safer Communities Act in the gun control world. Again, for Biden, the one win he got, which was then utilized by the executive bureaucracies, the ATF and the DOJ, to infringe upon gun rights of American citizens nationwide and make up rules completely whole cloth. Those are those two Republicans. Yep, they worked with Kirsten Sinema and Chris Murphy from Connecticut, gun control extraordinaire. But I want to show you this part and tie it all together, and this is the final piece. Tom Tillis, Rhino. John Cornyn, not Majority Leader Rhino. Not Majority Leader Rhino. Then, what I say up here? Dick Durbin. So you got Dick Durbin, minority whip in the Senate. Well, majority whip in the Senate right now. He's about to be minority again. So then you got the leading Democrat, and you got two Rhino Republicans saying the exact same thing. You think that's a coincidence? I'm going to wrap up my little presentation before I get into the chat with this one more time. This is... I can't believe they said it out loud. Anyway, Bill Kristol. The ultimate problem isn't Gabbard or Kennedy or Gaetz or Hegseth. That's all the nominees again. The problem is Trump. Weakening Trump politically at the beginning of his term is important. The place to start is by doing everything possible to defeat a bunch of his nominees. It is right there, black and white, clear as crystal, to quote Willy Wonka at the very end of Chocolate Factory. That is literally what they're doing, guys. I really hope I landed this plane because it's kind of clear when you look at all the pieces I just showed you. But let me jump over here into the comments real quick. Tom Tillis is a Rhino. Facts. Yes, he is. Brandon Herrera for ATF director. I want that so much. We need to clean house on the rhinoceros pen. We do. And special cred for spelling rhinoceros right. Just saying, that's impressive. We must have this report, but we couldn't disclose Hunter Biden's laptop. So true. You guys are on it. Never underestimate the Republican swamp geezers to mess this up. Very true, guys, but that's why we have to be involved. We cannot go to sleep on this. It is our time to push back in the other direction. Huge stuff, okay? I'm going to go big real quick while I do the rest of these chats. Rhinos and commies work together. Sounds just like something Tim would say. Avenge the peanut the squirrel. You guys are funny. So it looks like you guys are... Dick is 100% wrong. Okay, so XX hit another one here, and this is the chat I'll do. Dick is 100% wrong. You'd have to resign your seat to take up the AG job. Yes, you do. You have to resign. But that's kind of where we're at. So that, like, what they're trying to say is, oh, it sure is suspicious that once he was announced AG, he resigned immediately. Well, I mean, not really, but anyway. It's time to show them our might again. That is absolutely right. Hit like and subscribe this, bro. Thank you very much, guys. Also, just another thing I'm watching. Don't worry, I'm not sleeping. There's so many things we're covering between me, Katie on her channel, and Second Legacy with me and Tim. So just bear with all three of us because we're trying to parse it all out. California is thinking about seceding again. So there's that. Just want to throw that out there. If that happens, Democrats will never gain power again in our lifetimes. Just want to throw that out there. So go Gav. All right. That's what I've got for you guys. I hope you truly enjoyed. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Make sure you don't miss your discount on those limited time design shirts. I thank you so much for spending Saturday evening with me for about 15 minutes, and spread that freedom, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden.